Spirit stating you're ready to hear a deep inner truth about a connection that you have been attached to for years at this point. You've had people go in and out. I mean, the collective text resonates. Some of you may have not. But the thing that's same about this collective reading that definitely makes you know if it's yours is this connection, this one specific person and you have gone back and forth, or even the way you felt about them, being like, I'm never this type of person. I can't just let go of them. So many people in the past, it has been easy for me to let go of, but for some reason this person, even if it was the smallest amount of time or connection that you had, being together, being connected, it made such an imprint on you that for years at this point, no matter if you've been in other relationships or haven't, they've stuck. This person has rejected you. That's like, you know, this, I'm telling you, I woke up today and I was like, this is an emotional reading day. We have days where I'm like, yo, them divine connections are coming popping. There's excitement. There's consistency. There's about to be an offer. And then there's some days like this where I'm like, people got to hear some hard truths that you're strong enough for. There's a connection that has been a mutual attraction and moments, especially in the beginning of you being on the same page. But very fast, that energy frequency changed. Remember, this is years ago. It's not who you are now. And we're reflecting. This connection you chased. There was a sense of, they were like, I have this person wrapped around my finger. The attraction was there. But I'm hearing they thought that your emotions were too weak for them. They took your strength as weakness. And a big part of why they pushed themselves so far away from you was because as time went on, they received more and more signs from spirit about you, like your name, possibly your profile, possibly videos of you, possibly your car, songs, etc. Just so much about how this person's been put in your life to do some serious fucking self-reflection, and you're avoiding it. So we are going to continue to bring messages that you have to analyze why you feel the way you do about this person. That you feel such a deep connection, but you're afraid to be vulnerable or for other people what they think. That it's putting you in a spot of just looking at them as weak. When this is a person that has never, like, this is a person that's treated you in a way you've never really felt before. Don't get me wrong. They were, you guys know I'm here for you. They were right about you being clingy at that point. They were right about how much you were pushing to try to make this work, but they weren't right about the reason behind or your worth. You thought you were doing the right thing. You thought you were being strong and vulnerable for somebody again, and it just was not time. But this person was part of your growth. How the heck poop would you know how to not do this again in the future unless you went through it? The way, this type of energy, an example I like to give the most mundane way possible. You are on a spiritual journey far beyond this lifetime. And definitely within this lifetime, we are what I like to consider in the high school and college years of spirituality. When this type of stuff happened, spiritually, you were a middle schooler. You were immature. There were things that just didn't fully click. But what happens when you go through school? Trial and error. The more you advance, the more you start to learn. You wouldn't expect a kindergartner, an elementary kid, a middle school kid, a high school kid, even the first years of college, etc. person to be able to teach and be a professor of something, right? How does a professor become a professor? They had to start somewhere where they didn't know anything. It's the same concept when it comes to the spiritual journey and how we're continuing to learn and grow and flow. This person very well could have blocked you or completely stopped their pattern of like they don't. It's an energy of they would hop back and forth from like purposefully posting things to get your attention, liking your stuff, looking at your stuff, to going completely mute, and then trying to pull you in with like this sense of like they just wanted your attention. They were so immature, and you thought it was all you like this whole time, and it's just not true. There's nothing you could have or couldn't have done differently. This person, you were not meant to be with them. And I know that's very hard to hear. And I know that a lot of you are wanting to hear that magically during your separation with this type of connection, they're going to go from being this person that was mentally gaslighting you and abusing you in a sense, okay? Because there's eclectics or resonates. Some got into full relationships, some never even got into a relationship. Some had sex, some never kissed. It is collective. You take what resonates. But the thing that is the same within this is there's no shadow of a doubt that for you to get through all the spiritual awakenings that you did up to this point, you had to believe that they were your divine. They were never your divine. This is what I call a false divine. False divines are imperative. They are another portion that gets you ready to be in a wish fulfillment dynamic relationship. Somebody that truly gives you your balance, give and take. Because love is one of the biggest tools Spirit uses to guide us and teach us and navigate us through this lifetime. They are not deserving of you. They are not deserving of the strength of your emotions. You are ready to hear this now. If they have you blocked, don't try to reach out in any way. Don't try to go on a different app. Don't try to text them. Some of you, it's been months since you last talked. We know that it's already been years since you met them. Some of you, it's been months since you last talked, days, or possibly even years. And you still wake up every day saying, maybe today is a day that I see a message come through. Maybe today is a day they unblock me. If they were supposed to come in by this time, and your law of attraction has brought this reading to you, and you've stayed in this reading this long to hear this part, you are being divinely protected from them. And Spirit wants you to know, when they do come in, or when they do come in trying to gain your attention again, because it's a pattern. No matter if it's been 5 years, 5 months, etc., you can feel in your bones that there's like at least one more conversation or interaction. They are meant to stay in the past. At this point, if they were your divine, and again, you've energetically aligned to this part of the reading up to this point, Spirit is not encouraging you to be with this person. Spirit is stating they had their chance to come back to you. Spirit saying don't keep the lights on for them. Your law of attraction will pull them in when you're with somebody else. And you will have a choice to make. No matter if it's been 10 years, 10 months, 10 days since they've last spoken to you. There's been no wasted time. Every single day you woke up saying, is today the day that they're reaching out to me, and etc. You weren't being stupid. You weren't being naive. You were learning and growing. Look at the self-love this all put you into. Look at all the people you've met. Look how much you've changed your life. From seeing, you know what this whole dynamic was? All of the beauty you saw in yourself, you were projecting onto this person. All of it. This whole time you've been, and go with me here, in love with yourself. You were in love with the highest version of that person. You believed in them and their ability to grow and prosper and be humble. It was you the entire time. This false divine you should be so grateful for. Let them go. No matter if they come back or not. No matter when they come back. No matter if they unblock you and then you see them come up on your people you may know, etc. Don't go back to that. Spirit's stating you've opened a door to whoever a real soul tie and a potential divine or etc. can be. You're at that finish line. If this person comes in and you bring them back, it's going to put you in a cycle repeat. This person truly sees you at this moment. Okay, I think at this point now I can start saying this kind of like brutal feeling things. They think you're a type of person who's fake. They literally are deflecting still as we speak. They're not in a state of wonderance with you. There could have been, but this energy of me pulling these cards, they see your weakness still as, they see your strength still as a weakness. They don't get necessarily, it's an interesting energy. They do get what people see in you, but their ego doesn't want them to see it. They are so stuck in their ways. I don't sense that they think you're like, there could have been a time they felt like they were like, oh, you're crazy and blah, blah, blah. It's not that anymore. They know you're strong. They do know you're strong. They do know you're successful. They do know that you help people. But it's the ego that's wanting them to still be stuck in this state of, I did the right thing throwing away this connection. I see things in a way nobody else does. This person is self-conceited. And you guys know me, I don't fucking talk this way about people. You've really needed to be blinded from this person for a long time. This person was also more attracted to your physical body than your soul. I'm telling you, this is the type of energy where as the days go by now, with you having this realization and you really being able to release, they're going to start thinking of you differently. This is law of attraction. They are going to be like, damn, this person hasn't reached back out to me like they normally would. This person hasn't tried to gain my attention. This person's life is thriving. And they're going to want to find a way to get your attention again. So they may start being sweet. They may message you. They may do things that you've always wanted. And as soon, I am telling you, the moment you give in, they will switch. They will go right back because they're like, I got my hooks in you again. My viewer is not deserving of this. I've been feeling so protective. Like, I'm always protective over you guys. But, like, really, with the collective of people I'm channeling, like, you goddamn are so fucking deserving of more. You've been guided from only being able to harness this piece of the puzzle at the right time when you wouldn't go into self-deprecation. Look at all the strength you've been able to not only harness yourself, but teach others. It's time for a new connection. It's time to say goodbye, truly energetically, to the false divine. What forward movement does Spirit have regarding this connection? Or a future connection, etc.? This is taking a minute. Your next person's going to be a soldier in your life. I read this card very differently than a lot of people do. This is my universal truth, and so I like to express this for the people who know automatically what the cards are as well. I see the Three of Swords as you are on the battlefield, and somebody is on home base and sees that you're getting hurt. And if you don't have help in that moment, things aren't going to go good for you. And they're in complete safety. They choose to leave that safety, come running to you, knowing they're going to get hurt, they're going to get bruised, they're going to get scratched, they're going to get punched, whatever. And you know, this is an example. This is not actually physically talking about you being in war, etc. I just want to express that. They throw you on your back. They throw you on their back and run back to home base. They're a person that when you're on your knees, they get down and they get eye-centered with you and say, let's get up together. Let's get the fuck up together, homie. Or in a romantic way, let's get up. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I don't care. We are each other's team. Be ready that when you are with this person, this next relationship, this individual, the false divine is going to try to come back, and you're going to have to make a decision. And you're going to have to control that part of you that's the ego that's like, look, everything you've ever wanted for them throughout the months, throughout the years, however it resonates, you got. And you're going to have this other beautiful fucking source in front of you who slow and steady has won the race, is inwardly, outwardly, drop dead, gorgeous, handsome, etc., however it resonates for you. And you're going to have, well, if we have freedom of will, I was going to say you're going to have to decline the other person, the false divine, for the real divine. But we have freedom of will. You don't have to do that. Your highest timeline, though, is that. To sum this up, your false divine, the person that propelled your spiritual journey, and you take what resonates. Feel it in your hearts, feel it in your eyes, feel it in your third eye, feel it in your body. If it's true for you, no matter how bad it fucking hurts. And for some of you here, you're like, you know what? I get it, and it doesn't hurt. Maybe it's a sting, but you would have told me this 5 months ago. You would have told me this, you would have told me this 5 days ago. I wouldn't have been ready for it. But I'm ready now. And I'm excited. I'm excited that, you know what? Yeah, my divine would never treat me this way. If I could love so many people that have hurt me, If I could love a false divine this way, how much love am I going to fill with who my real divine is? Spirit's giving you a prepared sheet, a worksheet, if you will, right here, so that when the real test comes, aka rejecting what you once desired more than anything in the world for what you're truly deserving of, you're mentally prepared. You've studied. You're going to be so ready for this moment. And you're going to pass with flying colors. That's what I got for you today. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, go to offprintmint.com. The link is in all of my social media platforms. That is the only way to receive a personal reading from me. I don't message people asking if they want readings. I don't get into talking about my clients' individual lives on inbox on any platform. The only way to receive a personal reading with me is to go to my website, and then you send me a message through there, and it starts us having an email chain together. A humongous reason I do this is because of how many people pretend to be me. It makes it a lot easier for you guys to know. If somebody's messaging me from a profile stating they're Matt, and you're my clientele, etc., you're my followers, you're my collective, it's not going to be me. The only way to receive a reading from me is the website. These type of dynamics where, even more than me, when other people who are having people pretend to be them, or even fake, what I consider fake or imposter readers, try to reach out to you, these are moments that help you use your discernment and grow as a person. Because a real reader, who's either actually real or is doing this for the right intentions, will not reach out to you first. That's not how this works. Our reach out, okay, is spirit putting us in your line of vision, aka the For You page, the Instagram Reels, the YouTube Shorts, the algorithm. That is the connection we make first to you, but it's actually spirit giving us each other's spiritual phone numbers, if you will. After that, it's your guides using discernment, synchronicity, signs to you to contact that reader for the more personalized things. You are smart. You're not stupid. This is all to help you grow. This is all to help you trust that feeling within when it's saying, this is right, or there's something else to be aware of. You guys are beautiful. You're deserving of somebody who doesn't sit through only the good moments, only the highlights, and tries to leave when the credits roll. AK meaning you see the picture, but then you don't appreciate all the credits afterwards that made the whole thing come together, aka your pain, your sorrow, your life experiences, your vulnerabilities. They can't just sit for your movie and for your highlights. Your divine will clap through your credits and be ready to see the next movie together. Be ready to film the next movie together. That's what I got for you today. I'll see you when I see you. Let's go.